Greetings, everyone. Welcome to the beginning of our draft week. We're going to jump into a premiere draft for Ikoria, Lair of Behemoths here. Chat has spoken. Another close vote, but we did indeed end up in the premiere camp. Had a fun week of streaming with you all last week. Tried a lot of different things last week. We did some off Magic game playing and tried something on Friday that was interesting, but I think needs a little work. We were looking at my old decks. I got a box full of old Magic decks from the 1990s. Who played in the 1990s and doesn't have this deck, for example? Right? Come on, you played in the 90s. You have a wall deck. You know you do. Anyway, thinking about doing a little bit more stuff, content on the looking at binders, looking at decks, that kind of thing. See if that's going to be fun. Checking out old Magic cards and seeing what I used to put in my decks back on the kitchen table before I had any money whatsoever and really had to stretch my Magic budget. And boy, I wish I'd had Card Kingdom back then. I could have really stretched my Magic budget and really gotten everything I want really quickly. Boy, Magic was hard in the 90s. Compared to now, Card Kingdom makes acquiring the stuff you need for your deck incredibly easy, and you can even sort by price. You know, if you are on as tight a budget as I was in the 90s, you can still build lots of fun, awesome Magic decks. There's many rares, many powerful cards that are literally a quarter. You know, you could take a challenge. We could make the modern quarter deck challenge. Build a modern deck via Card Kingdom by buying only cards that are at their bulk rate of a quarter. And I bet you'd still come up with a pretty incredible deck, because Magic is full of powerful cards that aren't that expensive, as much as it has some powerful cards that are incredibly expensive. And Card Kingdom has it all for you if you go check them out. And do it via my panel down below, Card Kingdom panel. That takes you there from here. Lets them know you got there from here and gives me a little bit of credit, so to speak. Not literal dollar credit, but credit from a Card Kingdom standpoint of driving some traffic to them. So help me out with that. And they'll continue to help me stay on the air here, right? Right. Let's dive in and see what the boosters bring us. Do I have any ridiculous cards from the 90s? Some, I suppose. Ooh, this is an ape to get behind. Hemophage is good. Maybe we'll wheel one of these. Excuse me. What game am I actually playing? And is it for PC only? Do you mean like right now? What do you mean? I don't know what you're talking about. But we're going to take King Kong here. People are pretty down on green right now. I think all the colors are playable, and it's particularly playable when you've got a bomb like this. Here, cycle deck pieces jump out at me like Thundermane and the cycle ones. We can take a Great Horn to ramp towards Kogla. That's kind of where I lean. I want to play this, and this helps do that. We're kind of shipping some cycling signals. Maybe at least downstream they'll stay out of our lane. I'm going to take Great Horn, move towards this action. Another Thundermane, a Tactician. This jumps out at me as the best card here right now, but we could Naturalist, which ramps to Kogla and then is a human to just keep it indestructible. Miss Muffin rating with a party of 18. Thank you. Yeah, we still could take the Tactician here. But I'm inclined to go along with what we've started and just take the Naturalist or even Mythos. I mean, this isn't great either. This might wheel. I don't love the Naturalist. It is not a great top deck, but it's doing stuff in this deck. Lead helps find it. Yeah, we'll wheel that. I'm going to take this. I'm going to take the Naturalist. I'm going to ignore the cycling deck going by and try not to regret it later. But I'm doing it for you, chat. We could have a fine cycling deck if we forced it. Already going. What's this? Not what we want. Monstrous Step. Also not really what we want. Maybe I take an Essence Scatter here. Essence Scatter, I think, is probably the best card in this pack. And blue-green ramp / mutate is a thing. Maybe we'll get a Frostlinks back. I think this is the best card outside of the Marmoset, and I don't want to be green-red. We're going to just keep shipping the... Yeah, Craig, we're not gonna, it could be heartbreaking, but I've gotten better at not worrying about passing the dumb cycling deck, especially on stream. I actually get more anxious about it when it's happening offline. But here, I just think it's like, yeah, let's do something different. It's all right. Heron is good. Otter allows for some, Otter into Heron mutate is a sweet little sequence. And check out all of the, there's a pacifism here too. That's a late pacifism. Deacon agrees. It's late, but I think we're not going to take it. We're just going to take the Otter, keep on our plan here. Media wants startling development over Otter. It is powerful, but I think the Otter is too on point with what we're doing here. I'm going to take it. Another Scatter is nice. Another Scatter might not be as nice as first Capture Sphere, as down as I am on this kind of card. Maybe we do just want another a third Scatter, but I think we probably just want first Sphere. I don't love them, but pick 8's fine. This is where I want to take this card. I also like a keep safe. One of the real issues, we've talked about how the problem with your mutate decks is that the removal's so good in the format, you invest into mutate and then get blown out. Now, I'm trying to mitigate that by making the mutations we're doing pay off immediately. Great Horn gets you a land, Heron gets you a card. If you can Heron onto the Otter, you get 2 cards, Not much green being passed yet. Yeah, maybe we're in the wrong lane with green, but I think we got to stick to the plan here. Hampering Snare is playable and can cycle. We take a Hollow and give ourselves an avenue into splashing some black, which I really like. I think Sultai Mutate is a thing. All we're giving up for that flexibility is the Goriak, which is okay, but I really don't like mutating onto the Goriak because you tend to 2-for-1 yourself. I really want I want to find some far finders for the mutate. Here's another keep safe. I might play a couple of these. We could just be all in on mutate, protect our mutations. All right, good to see the Frostlink still here. Wilt can main deck. Phase Dolphin is more likely than that cycle payoff, if you want to call it a cycle payoff. Hey now, friend. What about a Mythic Mutator in our colors? Paid off. If we get a Blood Curdle, we try splashing it, but yeah, we're taking this Mythic. All right, Boon seems nice to me here, but look at this. I just want, oh my gosh, I know it's easy to say, but I do just want this pack. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 legit picks for us. 9 legit picks. So good news, no matter what, we're getting something back. I can't bring myself to wag now. I know we want some early mutate targets, but I can't do it. Can't do it here. Yeah, here I'll go. We'll do a. Whenever I do a what's the pick, I like to pick some. I like to take the screenshot, not selecting anything, so it's not obvious. Why don't we try? I'm going to take the Far Finder. It's, I don't know. That pack was tough. There were so many things I wanted there. Another Far Finder, but we're going to take a Parcel Beast here. Yeah, Great Horn versus Far Finder was a tough one for me. It's like the Mutate or the Mutate Target, and I went for the Mutate Target. Genesis Ultimatum is kind of a draw 5. We do have this Apex. We have a Jungle Hollow, but we can take the Genesis Ultimatum and try to ramp to that too. And there's no real opportunity cost except a startling development. So I'm going to take the Ultimatum, and we'll pivot that way. Godzilla hanging out in the uncommon slot, suggesting maybe we pay attention, but I think we just want the Great Horn here. Since we picked up this Genesis Ultimatum. Although Genesis Ultimatum sure works with Godzilla nicely, huh? So I'd love a Godzilla just to try and get lucky on Genesis Ultimatum, but this is really what we want to do, especially if we want to cast the Genesis Ultimatum. All right, we'll take the Horn and say goodbye to a Tactician and another Godzilla. This could play in our deck. This is an interesting spot. Here's a super late Blood Curdle. Pick 6 Blood Curdle, and we do have a Jungle Hollow, but we are pivoting more towards the red splash than the black splash. And Dorat, or Sprite Dragon, can help with that. With 2 Great Horns and a Far Finder and a Jungle Hollow, we may be able to play, play 4 with a non-white. All right, we'll take Curdle. See if we can't find a way to squeeze that card in. Titan's Nest. I think this is one of the ones we need to complete our collection. Barrier Breach is playable. We already have a Wilt, though. I'm going to take a Collection Builder pick here. Here we go. Islands. Perfect. That's the fixing we want here. Breach is your Pro Tour pick. I felt for the opportunity cost of a Breach, I could take a rare. I'm going to take this land, though. That's what we want here. Another Keep Safe. We can just keep everything safe all day long. I don't think we're playing all those, though. Okay, so here's our sick pack that has made it back to us with a Wag and another Horn. I think we just want another Horn. And well, we're best of 1, Fenor. We have a whole nother pack to find some early targets. I'm going to take Dark Bargain? Poacher? We are potentially splashing black. Yeah, Funky, we could come to regret it in terms of being too heavy with Mutate and not enough targets to mutate upon, but I'm not playing 2 Wilt, so whatever, I'll take this. I don't think we're playing the Bargain either, honestly. Maybe a Convolute, but we sure hope not. Look for some bells here. Ooh, here's another thing to look at for on a mutate front. Here we have Archie, though, but what's this? We're too far away from this. This is very good. But we just don't, we don't have white yet, and we don't have 2 black, so we're gonna take Archie. We could also take a mythic just to be taking mythics. And again, if you are someone who's concerned about deck building and concerned about collection building, you can go ahead and take every mythic you see. But I'm gonna take Archie here over Heartless Act and Greathorn. Now, our mana is good, not great. Our mana is great for base blue-green. Our mana is not great for that particular mythic. That was asking too much of our mana. Take another Otter here, but really we want 2-drop mutate targets now. The 3, we have no 2-drop mutate targets. So I'm going to take another Otter over like a Mammoth. This should come back around. This should come back around. This I don't care about. I only really want to play this with Trample and Flyers, and we have some Flyers, but let me take the Otter. Oh, this Mythos is pretty powerful. We are not heavy red, we're light red, but we could probably do it. Symbiote is certainly what the deck wants. We might wheel it, but I guess green has been unavailable. This is a hard card to pass when you have a chance at casting it. But I'll go with chat on this one. Sure, Magnet Man. All right. What about a Lore Dracus? What are we getting back with that? We could get back Keep Safe, Essence Scatter, Blood Curdle, but that's it. Maybe that's good enough. Maybe we just want Gust. I guess we take Dracus and we can get back an Essence Scatter, and that's not the worst. Yeah, let's take that. The Hemophage is also interesting, but not good enough. Who saw this and briefly thought it was Ram Through. We passed a Ram Through I wouldn't mind getting. Here's a Terron we can grab. That's a nice pickup, actually. Definitely going to play that. Such a safe mutate target if you can get there. Porcuparrot. Subdual is removal-ish. Porcuparrot is so on target. I'm just going to take Porcuparrot. Yeah, Ambush is good too, but Porcuparrot, come on. Another Parrot. I'm doing that too. We are a mutate deck all of a sudden. Although we're mutating onto our 3-drops. That's all right. We do have we at least have things to do on 2 with the Essence Scatter. Although too many keep safes. You want a Mammoth now? I'm gonna stick to the cool cards. Ooh, there's an Essence Scatter number 3 that I would like, but I actually like another Rugged Highlands. And Backwater actually does help splash the Curdle, so we'll take that. And I don't like anything else here. A lot of our lands are entering tapped here, but I think it's worth it. Facet Reader, I like over Cocoon. Yeah, we'll cut some keep safes at the end here. Okay, interesting. A 3rd Scatter or a 1st Gust. What do you think? Not much time to make this call. I'm gonna take a Gust. Oop, I tried to take Gust, but missed. I guess we gotta... Oh, did we get it? Oh, we got the Gust. Okay, we got a Gust. I think I like the Gust. I like 1 Gust. Another Facet Reader. 80 gems on the grind because we picked up a bunch of rares that we already have. Give me 1 second to update my spreadsheet. Yeah, Aegis Turtle is a mutate target, but a bad one. I'm really not interested in running bad cards to try and mutate them into good cards. Seven cuts to make. Let's get rid of at least... definitely one. I'm going to say two. I don't want the Phase Dolphin. I'm not running Egg or Turtle is the thing. I really like the Terran 2 as a mutate target. Or 19-8. You know, I just cut the black. Yeah, we can let go the Facet Reader, I agree. And if we let go the black, this is what it looks like. James would cut the ultimatum. I like draw 3, play some of them for free. This deck can cast it pretty easily, really. In fact, I like having a place to go with all this mana. And then, speaking of all this mana, I cut the Wilt. And I still like Wingy because of all the mutate we now have. And I think with 3 Great Horns and a Farfinder, we can go to 16 land. We could cut 1 Porcuparrot, maybe. But Porcuparrot is quite effective in a heavy mutate deck. You can get to 2 or 3, and then it just starts mowing stuff down. So I like... Anybody redeem lands and stuff? Time for that. Time to get out your bling. Speak now or forever hold your Avons. All right. Speaking of Avon, that's where I'll go then. I don't think I have Godzilla. I didn't play in the event this weekend. We do have like these. We have oh no, I guess I don't have those lands. Trex wants sleeves. You choose Trex. Yeah, I have the sleeves, but not the land, right? Farfinder on the box, you got it. Trex, what do you want sleeve-wise? And Deathrite, since we don't have Godzilla lands, you got to think about what you want. Mirage lands for Deathrite, sure. Well, Trex, you got to figure it out, or I'm going to figure it out for you. Here, I'll go with this for now. And then Mirage lands. How many bits to turn you into not a party pooper, Razor? infinite. Not enough bits in the world. Let's see, just want the one, I think. We're not self-milling at all. And with Rugged Highlands, plus maybe we need 2 mountains just to make sure we can fetch twice to get Genesis Ultimatum. New meme. Well, let's see. I don't really have new memes for this set other than audio memes. I'll give you... Oops, wait. Sorry. Try that again. Science. All right. Well, not hearing anything from Trex, so I'm going to stick with Soul Ring. Oh, what did we say we were adding? Why are we down? Let's see. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Oh, we're just short on lands. So we want to go definitely more of those. Probably even this. Although, like 7, 7, 2. Got a lot of blue we want to do early, so I like 772 here, I think. That's a bit rough. I'll try this though. And let's see, we're migrating. We are ultimatuming, we are scattering, scattered migration. Okay, Horn. My deck name brain isn't. We got the, what was the Coagla? Got the ape. How about? It's not a free splash though, Frizzy. I disagree. Really, we need to put in a swamp, and that is just not free right now. That's fair. I like that. Let's see. Somebody mentioned what was on the deck box, and now I've forgotten. Let's see if I can remember. What was it? I don't remember. Farfinder. Finding safety? How about that? All right. See how this does. All right, you can keep this. Don't have anything to do on 3 yet, but with all 3 of our mana and great horns and whatnot, we're gonna keep and hope we find something to do before 4. It would really suck if we don't find anything to do with before 4, but our deck has a lot of draws to pre-4 action. Well, there you go. I'll play a Lord Dracus as a 2/3 on 3 and then start mutating onto it. We didn't see any fertilids. I wouldn't have minded a fertilid, that's for sure. But we are going to play our one possible play here. Might not mutate onto this next turn, might play a Great Horn hardcast and consider just kind of going wide with our creatures here. It's like Oppo's on... We thought cycling with the turn 1, cycle 1, but now seeing 4 colors. And seeing the need for removal in the format. Like, we're under serious pressure now. We could use our bounce spell, but that was just curving out ahead of us. So now we're gonna have to Great Horn our way to an ultimatum or something. Seems sketchy, but I don't know what to do besides ramp now. Didn't want to chump yet, because now we can Great Horn onto the Great Horn and ultimatum for sure, although we would ultimatum for sure anyway. But we're gonna have to chump. Maybe we just make a second possible chumper so that we can be sure to get the Genesis ultimatum, which then we're hoping finds us a creature big enough to, like, we need to find the ape. We're basically looking to Genesis ultimatum into our Kogla so that we can actually kill the Cloud Piercer. Yeah, Capture Sphere could also be flipped. Good call. Well, that's certainly something we could chump with. We need to... Let's see. How do we want to do this? We play this, and next turn we can just play Mountain and have the... Oh, sorry, yeah, Cardboard Live is on. Is it not working for y'all? Let's see. I can try to Oh, it's working for me. So if it's not working for you, it probably need to restart. Or refresh on your side. Yeah, I think we go Farfinder. Take the action. It doesn't really matter. It's not impactful hugely here. All right. So it goes.
Is this a dead man, Doctor?
Very dead, Mr. Spock.
I'm just going to force removal.deck from now on. I'm going to be nothing but removal and card draw. How about we start doing that, see how it goes? This is our new force. Go old school, limited. All right. Keeping again. Yep, so is the Terran. We have our 2 anti-removal tech cards here. So we could hard cast a Porcuparrot off the Naturalist, but I just like Farfinder finding the red, attacking, and then mutating the parrot onto the Farfinder. In fact, send in the naturalists, see if they've got anything they want to do here. Maybe I should have cast Farfinder first in case Essence Scatter changed my plan, but it wouldn't have changed the attack, so whatever. Porcupine on Farfinder is interesting because we get to attack and ping. And a second Porcupine on Farfinder would be pinging twice. Probably just want to put a Terran out and mutate here and then mutate here and have double ping, but on different creatures. We could gust this turn. I don't think we need to. I think we should parrot and attack. Oh wait, I also do want to pay with this though, so that we have keep safe up. Funky caught that, as I did, or maybe before, but I caught it at least. And this only counters a spell that targets a permanent, so unfortunately this does not stop them. And we get to go...
Who is it?
Telegram.
It's not the worst to have this sent back, because we can send theirs back. It's kind of a big... setback into setback. And now I just like get the Terran down on hexproof. Yeah, it's kind of rotty to me, James. I mean, it wouldn't have been like spending all your mana is great. So like, it would. I think both plays had some merit, but like, I'm fine with how this played out. They're gonna be. Let's see. I might want to go Otter. With 6 mana, we can go Otter, Porcupine on Terran. I just kind of like building up pinging Terrans here. What do you think of that? Although we can go Otter, Parrot, and then next turn put Parrot on this or on the Otter and start drawing cards if they don't have interaction. What about... Actually, I'm going to go Farfinder, Otter. Could go Parrot here too. Yeah, I like Otter. And there's nothing here I need to keep safe. Hammer. We'll keep safe up when we have a Porcupine Otter. But also, our problem, though, is that Pouncing Shore Shark can still disrupt our combos. All right, they're just taking out the Prophecy now. Or, sorry, taking out the Otter now. It works against Sphere. Here we go. So let's go ahead and mutate this onto our Terran and have a flying 6/6 hexproof. Milled a bunch of lands too, which is semi-good for us. We do want our ability to cast a ultimatum eventually, but this is pretty good. Naturalist for mana wouldn't have affected anything here. I'd rather have naturalist threatening blocks on the ground. But we're just gonna put a hexproof 6/6 trampling flyer clock on him and see if that gets there. No real thought to me. I know we have Gust of Wind, and if we could mutate onto Farfinder and have Gust of Wind, Keep Safe up, that's appealing. But without the Keep Safe up, I'm not putting this on something that can be targeted. I think Hexproof has a place. I like it on really expensive stuff, though. I think when you put it on cheap stuff, that's when there's troubles. Here. I'm gonna put Great Horn on the Farfinder. I know I could put it here, but this is already doing its job. And with Keep Safe up, we should be able to just win here. Again, I guess if they mutated instant speed onto the shark, it won't play out that way, but we're going to make him have it. I guess I could also Gust the shark now, but we don't have the blue for the Keep Safe. I'd rather have the Keep Safe, so let's try for the win on Keep Safe. They may have block and instant speed another one and bounce the other, you know. So with an instant speed creature here, we still don't get there. But see that? We get to Keep Safe. Suck it, removal. Hey, we did our thing that time. That was fun for us. $200 gems. That must have been on the Mastery Pass. I haven't been tracking incoming Mastery Pass gems. I think what I'll do is track that stuff at the end. We can always look back and see how much we've earned from our pass. Only one color of mana, but a Farfinder. So any land, and we unlock green for the Great Horn, which unlocks red. So I'm going to keep this. I have not needed to, but Mike calls out what I forget who mentioned that earlier on when we were talking about the banned and restricted, but if you do not have playsets of Fires of Invention and Agent of Treachery, it's effectively free cards because you craft them now and then you get back the wild cards on Thursday. So if you do not have 4 of those 2 cards, you should just do it because it's basically free cards. Up against an all-creature deck. It's about to get its discount on. Yeah, right now they're basically useless, but they're free, and later on they might not be useless. Maybe later on they make a new format, or they decide they're okay in Historic or whatever. Cube, right. Maybe they're cube cards. Well, you're late, Symbiote. Really annoying that you would show up now, because what an incredible turn 3 it would have been to go Symbiote, mutate Great Horn onto Symbiote. We're not there, though, so I'm going to find our red, and try and overcome what is sure to be a nice advantage incoming with Umori here. I wish we had been... I mean, I could have held up like a scatter bluff, but I think we just gotta see if we can't race him. Granja, I did a big spiel on companion changes, so if you want to hear about that, go check the VOD. And if I don't have VOD muting, that is like actually maybe let me know if there's. I actually think I waited long enough. Yeah, no, it's definitely not VOD muted, so it's going to go up on YouTube later as well. But if you want to see what I have to say, you can check it out there. Yeah, I got to get to this hexproof Terran ASAP. We do have mutate Dracus play symbiote, like so we could play the symbiote, then mutate the Dracus and make it a pretty big blocker. Maybe that has some sense to it. We don't get any of our spells back or whatever, but it immediately gives us a 4/5 to block their 4/5. Hexproof can matter. There are things like there are creatures that ETB fight, that kind of thing. Heck, we have one of them. But just even having a 3/6 would be nice. But I'm going to go with that play. Do a symbiote and mutate. Oh, sorry, it's not. I was thinking it did 2. It's not going to be as big as I thought, but I still like it. I was thinking we were getting a 4/5, but we're getting a 3/4. Is it the moth that gives 2 counters? Does something give 2 counters on mutate, or am I just making that up? We do threaten a reasonable block on Umari. Thank you. Yeah, the recluse does too. Thank you. I knew felt like there was something that did 2 that I was used to counting. Come on. Hexproof doesn't matter against Umori, huh? Gotta take 10? Can we take 10? What's our plan if we take 10? That we Dracus and then Great Horn on Dracus, and then we do have a blocker, and we're at 8. And we do get... yeah, I think we have to. And we need to find some mana. Land off the top, maybe? No, that's really brutal. Because my big hope was that we could... I guess we just have to replay... yeah, to basically replay something and mutate onto it. We could mutate onto the symbiote. I think that really wrecked us. Well, how are we mutating, though? Because we can mutate for 2 onto the symbiote, but then we're left with 2 mana we can't do anything with. Farfinder... oh, yeah, Farfinder gets a land. Okay, so we Farfinder mutate, but I want... oh, shoot. Ah, I gotta do it now. I'm running out of hourglasses. That's not the tap I wanted to do, but I have to do it. I think we're dead, though. This cocoon looming makes me think another mutate's going to happen and is just going to wreck us. But, oh well. We play like they don't have it and cross our fingers. If they're out of mutate, we have a chance. If they have any mutate, they just have to choose what they want to do. Well, a mythic mutate, how about that? man. Not our day again. It's been a rough rough run, honestly. I mean, it's not been all bad, but boy, we've been getting beat down of late. I'm just gonna scoop. There's no paths to victory here. I'm gonna force black and red and just take all the burn spells and all the kill spells and all of the dark bargains and stop trying to win with creatures in this format. Oppo goes first again. That sucks for us again, but I'm going to keep this again. Alright, found our third land, so now we get Farfinder on 3 at worst. Or Otter on 3 if we want to try. But I would rather Farfinder find our red and set up good plays next turn. Yeah, think about how good the deck I just described would have been against that deck, Mike. Alright, we're a couple away from the old mutate here, but we'll try and get there. And if we mutate Porcuparrot, we could, well, we can attack and start pinging. Let's do that. Although I love Parrot on the Otter. Hard not to try to set up the Otter ping, right? Maybe I should be doing that. And we can maybe eventually mutate this onto the Farfinder. I think I like that. Let's get an Otter out now. Yeah, Vigilance Parrot is totally nice. Maybe it's tempo. I don't think it's too tempo negative. But it has been decided for us. Now I think we should probably pair it up the Farfinder given this board. Oh, Essence Scatter. You know, you would have been very nice to have a little bit ago. Darn, I wish we could have Scatter up here. If we try to hold up Scatter, we're just taking a big swing from all these humans next turn. I could capture Sphere the Sergeant, and suddenly their attacks would be much worse. And play the Lord Dracus. No attacks. I love the Genesis Ultimatum in this deck. It totally belongs in this deck. We are just not having great luck here. All right, let's They don't have any counter magic, so I'm going to pass the turn, and I think we have to sphere the sergeant here. It represents too much damage. Why not? Why not? Why not? I love it. This is just my life now. What am I supposed to do, chat? We're gonna go 1 and 3, I guess. I don't know. I'm feeling lost right now. I gotta tell you, it's feeling quite crappy. Was that misdrafted, Media? I mean, I hear you. Did I screw up by not taking that wag when I didn't take a wag? I mean, I don't know. Media with some harsh words. It was pack 2 though. It was pack 2, and we really did prioritize cheap stuff in 3. We didn't see a single Glimmer Bell. Not a single Glimmer Bell in any pack that I remember. I don't even regret not drafting the cycling deck, but so Media, what were the key mistakes of my draft then? If you're gonna call me out, you gotta tell me where I screwed up specifically, or it doesn't help me. And maybe you even said stuff at the time, but I don't remember. Hard to say, Asteroid. I feel like I've been getting very unlucky, but that's typically what people who are on losing streaks like to tell themselves, so I don't know. I don't know if that's what's going on here, or whether I am legit getting unlucky. But yeah, I mean, I don't know, Media. Yeah, that's pretty harsh. Pretty harsh to call out my evaluations, but not tell me like what you're talking about. Early on, yeah, I did well early on. Could just be regression to mean. We had a chance at a ram through. We chose not to play the curdle. Anyway. I keep trying to do what the set tells me, and then I get punished for it. Oh well. I'm gonna go to Soapbox. Bye, YouTube friends. Here we go again, I guess. Bye. Oh, this is a look. I can even add, or is this just a bug? Did I not get the rewards?